This is Staccato from the Second Street Dreams Audio Network. I'm Judelin Gibson. This week, I have a note dotting the classical music landscape in Argentina, Europe, and New York. It all takes place on the PBS show Now Hear This, hosted by conductor and violinist Scott Yu.
We'll meet instrument makers and experts,
They don't make them like this anymore, do they?
Genius is genius.
historians and musicologists, artists, architects, and car designers. To explore how all art is interconnected.
Now Hear This is Anthony Bourdain meets classical music. We show classical music, but in the context of wine, art, literature, travel, ballet, dance. We even shot a scene at the Ferrari factory in Modena, Italy once. This is not a show where we see archival photographs of people dancing to Piazzolla's music in 1940. No, we show people today dancing his music. These composers, even though they have been turned into marble busts that sit in your living room, these were normal people or people who suffered the same things that we suffered, whether it was deafness or frailty or some kind of a mental health issue or poverty. These are part of today in 2023, our human condition.
Were you surprised even by what you learned as much as you already know?
The answer to that is yes, yes, yes. In the pilot episode, Harry, the director, told me, do you know about Vivaldi? I said, yes, I know quite a bit. Do not do any more research. Do not prepare for this. And I said, okay. Midway in the shoot, they led me into a room in Torino where they had the Winter Olympics. It was a library. And they said, okay, before you, what you're looking at is 93% of the world's Vivaldi manuscripts. So meaning, if we burned this room down, we would only have 7% of the world's manuscripts of Vivaldi left. 93% are in this room. And I almost fell off. I almost fell off my chair. I couldn't believe that. I learn things about music like that all the time. On Friday the 21st, we're airing an episode on Andy Akiho. I would say he's somebody who could only exist in America in the 21st century. He's Japanese by ethnicity, but he's mostly a New Yorker. He grew up as a virtuoso steel pan player, and that instrument has its roots in Trinidad. He writes music that is very, very percussive and just unbelievably energetic. Okay, so most people, when they write a piece of music, they send it to the publisher and they're done. That's it. And then they go to the next piece. No, for him, that's the midway point, because at that point, he sets out to create a video that will accompany that composition. The one that we saw had dancers moving in just ungodly ways. I don't know how they got their bodies to do, how they contorted their bodies. It was absolutely virtuosic movement, if I've ever seen virtuosic movement.
Now Hear This ends its run on PBS on April 28th. If you'd like to see previous episodes, go to pbs.org or Amazon Prime. Links are on the Staccato page at secondstreetdreams.com. That's Staccato. I'm Judelin Gibson on the Second Street Dreams Audio Network on secondstreetdreams.com.